The mascot, Pockets, came out and brought out the local guys that he had found to have the six-man with Rush and Roderick Strong and Rigor Mortis against. And it was FTR. FTR now. They could have stayed in the WWE and worn the clown outfits, and at this point, it wouldn't have been this embarrassing. Can you deny that if they'd have just stuck it with it for a couple of years through Vince getting out of the way, that maybe by now they'd be better off than they are being reduced to having to team with this imbecile?
You know, they're very happy they could put food on the table for their families, and they love wrestling. They love wrestling, and they love being able to put food on the table for their families. So naturally,
what kind of
naturally
food?
WWE, you wouldn't be able to afford food for your family.
No, they're on gruel up there, from what I understand. So it was a choice of working for the WWE and having the family starve to death, or working for AEW and teaming up with a fucking bad joke and being the laughing stock of the goddamn tag team world when you're formerly the best at it. Gotcha.
They got the contracts they wanted. Now they're going to be good team players, and they're going to do everything they can while they're still there to be good team players. And then eventually, one day down the road, they'll tell the truth.
Well, this match started, and almost 20 minutes later, Rush, the heel, was beating up both members of FTR by himself, the faces, until the other face, the mascot, came in and hit Roman Reigns' finish on Rush, the Superman punch, and then FTR hit their finish on Rush, 1, 2, 3. So not only did the company mascot have to save the actual wrestlers, but the baby faces had to 3-on-1 the heel to beat him. So whoever's doing these finishes is fucking brilliant. Fucking brilliant. Anything about the match before we talk about what happened next, and you can help me try to understand that?
I mean, I don't know what else to say about the match. It's, I'll just say, based on feedback we have seen from listeners in every way they get in touch with us, and seeing feedback from people who are not listeners of the show, just general wrestling fans on social media, I think FTR burned out a lot of their fans. And again, it's, one thing when you talked one way, and then you got your contract, and all of a sudden now you're seemingly a different person. I think a lot of
people... You're talking out of both sides of your neck, like the Ernie the Big Cat Lad would say, is what you're trying to tell me.
That's what I mean, it's overwhelming, the response to everything they do. I think Dax did another promo on Collision, or at least I saw it on social media. I didn't listen to it. I just saw that it was going around because everyone started sending it to us. The rah-rah, I love AEW because of this, and this, and I have a family, and every time he does that, he loses fans. Every single time he does that, people are like, I don't want to hear this fucking guy anymore.
Because the people that were predisposed to like FTR were predisposed to like them because they were actual legitimate professional wrestlers, and they were not part of this clown show, this dog and pony operation. And when they go out there and not only full-fledged, full-throatedly endorse it, but cooperate with it, and team up with the poster boy for why people don't like it, then it runs their fans off. Here's a question, and we'll move on to what happened next. But in AEW, we've seen it happen with a variety of people, that suddenly the fans will start cheering for them and like them, and they'll really be over with the people. It happened with FTR. We talked about Swerve, a variety of people, and then for whatever reason, generally rotten booking, the time passes and they're not over anymore. My question to you is, can you think of anybody in the WWE that once they really get over, that they stay long enough or are booked in such a way that they go back to being as not over or even less over than they were before they got over?
It's an AEW thing. Where's Wardlow? It's an AEW thing. He got over bigger than anyone in the company.
Yeah.
He now has to do it again if he wants to do anything there. So I think that's a problem with AEW. It's a problem with the booking. And the wrestlers who defend that booking and defend Tony Khan's handling of the booking are fucking fools. And everyone laughs at them because you can't defend that. Tony Khan is incompetent as a booker, short-term, long-term, in terms of coherent storylines, in terms of good formatting, in terms of hitting time. Anything. He's horrible at it. He's wonderful at paying people. You can't take that away from him. His check's clear. And you can work for him, but don't pretend like he knows what he's doing. And again, FTR, Wardlow, there are more and more examples, people that got over, and then, I don't even know how to explain it. They get sucked right down like there's some kind of fucking vortex. Well, I don't want to use vortex, copyright
don't
Jericho.
Don't say it, it's trademark,
That's right.
copyright. Well, anyway, explain this one to me then. After FTR...
The Acclaimed.
Yes, after FTR and their bosom buddy there, 3-on-1 the heel to beat him, the Acclaimed come out and Caster tries to start talking and his mic won't work. It's dead. And then Dax gets on the microphone and says, nobody, we don't want to hear you and the people here don't want to hear you. Well, the people always want to hear him. Isn't that their gimmick? They want to hear Max Caster?
Yeah.
Well, apparently not.
Usually that's the highlight of their match, actually.
Yes. So I'm right. Who are the baby faces here? Why? And then Dax tried to start saying something and fumbled it up so bad he said, fuck it, I'm not good with words. We're grown men. Let's just fight. So he just said, fuck it. He actually said, hell with the promo. I fucked up the promo. Let's just fight. And then the two babyface teams have a pull apart, another pull apart on this show. Why are they mad?
That I don't think that was explained, actually. It seemed like they had a little bit of a history. It's just I don't think we've seen it or know it.
Well, but then FTR, they said something about the Buckaroos and the tag team. Who are the tag team champions now? Is it still the Buckaroos?
It's the Young Bucks, who have not had a single tag team title defense, I don't think.
Okay, well, they're gonna wrestle FTR at Wembley, I thought. Well, is the Acclaimed mad at FTR because the heels are wrestling them, so they're going to fight the fucking babyface?
You get a three-way.
Right.
You can get a three-way match out of it.
Oh, good fucking God.
You know, again, that's another thing. And we could talk about how badly the trios division fucked up the tag team division as, you know, whatever state it was in at that point. But what AEW was all about, they were going to have a tag team division. It was going to be a strong tag team division. Look at that. The tag team division now is worse than WWE's. And they don't even have one in WWE, really.
I can't argue with you.
The state of the tag team division. The Bucks, who are not over as baby faces or heels, are the tag champions. They're not even on the show right now. FTR.
Not that we're complaining.
FTR, this is the first time I think we've seen FTR on Dynamite in a while, right? They're usually on Collision. They're usually a Saturday night tag team. The Acclaimed are starting to at least do something different. And you got to appreciate that, because I felt like their act was starting to get a little tired. Although I don't know about Max Caster announcing himself as the greatest wrestler who ever lived. I don't know what the hell that's about. But then after that, who? Top Flight, they're dead. Private Party, they're dead. The Hardys, they're gone. Lucha Brothers, they're about to leave. Who are the tag teams there? They've killed their tag team division.
Taven and Bennett, who we never see.
Taven and Bennett, yeah.
Who at one point could have been pushed as a serviceable heel tag team until they degenerated into comedy fodder for Kyle.
So yeah, it's important to know, because AEW is all about appreciating tag team wrestling, even if you're like, that's crazy. This is nothing like what I like in tag team wrestling. They tried something. It's done. Their tag team division's dead right now.